Good morning, students and families. Happy Friday. Congratulations, you have made it through 1 week of remote learning. Let's go over the agenda for today. There's a lot of free choice opportunity and time for you to catch up on things that you might not have gotten to during the week, or give your students a little bit of free choice time with some of the online resources that we've added into our plans for you. We start our morning meeting with our greeting on Fridays. We call it Fancy Friday. So students, please greet whoever you're working with at your house with either a curtsy or a bow and say good morning to them. In class, we practice sharing affirmations. Affirmations are compliments or well wishes that you want to give someone and recognize them for something that they have done for you or for others that you've noticed that was really nice. So for today's share, I want you to affirm who you've been working with on your schoolwork, whether it's mom, dad, whether it's a friend or a sibling. I want you to affirm them and thank them for the time they've spent helping you learn this week. On Friday, our morning meeting activity is freeze dance. If you visit Mrs. G's page, if you go to the Pleasant Street webpage, then go to physical education or Mrs. Gonzalez's page, you can find some local dance companies in the area have put together videos, and one of them is a freeze dance video. So for Freeze Dance Friday, go ahead to Mrs. G's page and check that out at some point. The last part of our meeting is our message. Let's go ahead and read this. Happy Friday, you did it. You made it through week 1 of remote learning. Today you have some free choice. Be sure to get outside. I miss you all. Love, Mrs. McCormack. Let's take a look into what the day's plans are. Our day begins with ELA still, and for Friday it says free literacy choice. See the literacy menu below. If you look into our literacy menu, you can see the different sites that your students can go on. If you don't have internet access for them, if their siblings using the computers, there are different ideas that they can practice their sight words and their reading skills. You can practice having them write them, use markers. Our kids know how to do this form of writing called ghost writing, where they take a white crayon and then they color over it with marker and it makes the words show up. You can make some flashcards. You can build them with Play-Doh or sticks outside, write them in chalk or in shaving cream on a table. So they could do that for an activity to practice some of those words. You could have them write a letter to a friend or a family member or someone working in healthcare that's still going into work each day while we get to stay at home and stay safe. The next part of our day is our specialists. On Friday, we have PE. So again, you can go to Mrs. G's site. It would be a great time to check out the freeze dance activity. After our specialist time is math. You're going to warm up with your weather chart like normal. Tally on the bottom, color in the box on the top. You should have 5 boxes colored in because this is the 5th day we are doing our weather chart. After that, count and warm up like usual, and then you have some free choice for math. If you haven't had the chance to get your students onto Zern, that would be my first choice for you to check out for a free choice today. If not, you could play any math counting game or any game with strategy. If you have Mancala at home, that's a great game for teaching strategy. You could play War, that practices comparing numbers, choosing the bigger number, and they win with a deck of cards. You could have your students roll the dice, create 2 or 3-digit numbers, and try to compare those numbers on a sheet of paper. So there's some different opportunities for you. If you have the kids game Hi Ho Cheerio, that has to do with counting, it's another great thing to play. After math, we have our break for snack and our body break, and we end our academic day with science. So you will warm up with your weather journal, filling in using complete sentences, capital letters, and punctuation. And then there's a few sites listed in your packet. My top 2 choices for you on a free choice Friday for science would be to visit the San Diego Zoo Kids page and take one of their virtual field trips through the zoo. Or I would go to Turtle Diary and play any of the sound games that they have on there for kindergarten to second grade. That would be my first choice. There's also Brain Pop in our code to get on there. Your students can watch the videos, take the quizzes, and play any games that are on there. If you don't have access to a computer, you can have your students practice creating sounds with different objects or testing the sounds that different objects in your home make. Before we left for remote learning, we had just started talking about sound and light. So experimenting with that would be a great thing to do. And you can log down anything that you've observed or noticed on a piece of paper and take a picture and send it to me. I know yesterday we all heard that the governor extended our remote learning until May. I will let you know as soon as possible what that's going to look like for all of us moving forward. I just hope that we can all stay positive and be thankful and grateful for the fact that we get to stay home and stay healthy during this time. Thanks again for all of your support this week. I would love for you to give me some feedback on what you liked, what you need more of, what worked well, what didn't work well, so I can keep that in mind moving forward. Have a great day. Can't wait to see your pictures.